like I'm in Pittsburgh. Motion maker, record breaker. 6 on my chest like an LA Laker. Black belt MC, call me master. 6 on the beat, it's a speaker blaster. Bars are hot and bars are ready. A Middle Caesars with the extra chetty. Extra style, extra flow. Drip for sale, like 5 below. Yeah, in the club now like I'm BD. Counting these notes like a MIDI. Laugh to the bank, hit the gritty. Go and tell your mom that she really, really pretty. Yo, I called up your grandma. Said this the new age.
Oh, when the Saints go marching in. Oh, when the Saints go marching in.
Stop playing Hexac. All gas, whole lot of motion.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And off we go from Las Vegas. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Get set, get set. 18, watch out. 21, one tight end, watch the key.
Now a run. Here's the rookie from Penn State. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
At the 35-yard line.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's 2nd and 10. Purdy looking to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. You look at this Raiders defense. They were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10.
Get set, get set.
Here's Purdy. He's got his target. That's complete. Down the left sideline. And all the way down to the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Get set, get set. 18, watch out.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards?
Watch out! Yellow. Yellow. Yellow.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
18! Watch out! Yellow.
Purdy. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Able to pick up a dozen yards, but they needed more. 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with this 4th down call.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Purdy on his sneak. Trying to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in.
Now, that what you just did, it's going to cost you in Blues League if you do that now. Because you know you offsides. Yeah, they're not calling it. You got right up above the center, and you're offside in the neutral zone. I'm just letting you know.
They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
And just let you know, when you get busted, don't go complaining because I warned you.
Absolutely. Feels like he took a bit of a gamble here. And I remember when I was playing, when we had a team really backed up, there's a talk about, let's go ahead and get upfield and get a safety. And sometimes that works against you because they really hit them big, didn't they?
They did. They were hoping for a couple yards of breathing room, but they got a lot more than that. Right back to Jeanty on first down. They'll get this to the 24, and it's 2nd down. The Raiders are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 8.
Hey, go!
They'll go again with Jeanty. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. And you look at the Saints defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And you see the starting unit here, but really, you're going to see a lot of different personnel, a lot of different packages as they rotate in and out throughout the game.
This now a 3rd and 4. They're going to look to throw. That is caught. And he is going to have the Raiders first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. A nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
That seemed to be linebacking 101 on how to diagnose and stop a run.
And what we're doing nowadays is we're taking those former safeties, those bigger guys, and making them linebackers to utilize their speed. He just made an absolute beeline after he diagnosed that play and ended up making a nice tackle on it.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. Up the middle, it's Genty. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
2nd and 5. A run straight ahead with Genty. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 46 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On first down, it's Genty. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Bryan Bresee, the man to bring him down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Saints are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Now it's 2nd and 10. And throwing here, Purdy. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break 3, and it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Third and 8. Purdy from the gun. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time. They'll go for it. Here's Purdy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Purdy will set up to throw it here. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Get set, get set.
Back to throw, Purdy. And this is going to be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll set up to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Ginty. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
2nd and 13. Walker with a grab, left side. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
They're on 35-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you...
That's caught at the 25. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big-time play there for New Orleans. And even 40 yards. And Purdy, he's going to shift him around into something else. Back to throw now on first down. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Purdy will look to throw again here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't finish.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Purdy now to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
Get set. Watch out.
Out of the gun, Purdy. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. The drive will begin with a run by Genty. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Once again, it's Genty. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3rd and 5.
Back to throw. Finding Walker complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They'll get 34 yards there.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
On the give, Jeanty. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Ashton Jeanty with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
Well, what a first half he's had running the football. Another terrific run there, and this one finds the end zone.
Well, we know he's a guy who's capable of coming up with big plays in the running game, and his offensive line knows it as well. That keeps them motivated, looking for those extra blocks to give him room to run downfield.
Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
Zach Taylor's made the decision. They'll go for 2 here.
The Raiders will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try to sneak, and he'll get into the end zone. That gives his guys an 8-point lead.
Saints 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after getting up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And the Raiders are going to take over here up near the 40.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
They'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Now 2nd and 9.
Now a handoff to Jeanty. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the 1st half. After that possession, Now they know that they can compete with this offense.
So on fourth down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Purdy off the play fake. That's again complete to Palmer. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, every now and then I can speak from experience, because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes, because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked, either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
Now Purdy. And this one too low.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
2nd and 10. Once more, Purdy looking to throw. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Purdy looking to throw. He's got his man. That's Vele. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 19.
It's a gain of 20. That's another Saints first down. It's a gain of 20. And
here's Purdy.
First down.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Purdy. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again.
He's got his target. That's complete. And the Saints are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll send the tight end in motion. Throwing here, Purdy. Caught on the slant. That's good for a gain of 6. Second and goal.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Saints have come back to make it a 2-point game. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game.
14.
So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. First carry of the game. And the ball is knocked out. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
Let's go now. 79.
Looking to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is fourth down. They'll try and throw for it here. That is caught. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. On the give, Genty. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. 89 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. A run out of the gun with Genty. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll try to run for it with Genty. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on third and a yard. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well,
momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Danny Stutzman able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
4th down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And this is off the left upright, and it caroms in. Not the most convincing kick you'll see, but he got it to go. And the drive will wind up yielding 3.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback. And bring this out to the 30.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
So from the 37, here's second down and 8.
He'll look to throw.
He'll get this out to Genty.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4.
It's 4th down.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. On the move past the 40. And down to the 19-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Go.
They run straight ahead here with White. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Here we go, shot. Check up.
They'll set up to throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Saints.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Olave holds it in.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Raiders pick it up. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so, and there's your end result right there.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now 2nd and 5.
They'll drop to throw.
That's caught by Tucker.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
That's complete yet again to Thornton.
They'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down. It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
No doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays to send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays from being called.
On the ground, it's Genty. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 113 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Let's go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They'll run. Here comes Genty.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
It was D.J. Johnson on the tackle. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw. This is caught.
And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
Here we go, Shaq. Check go.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
So the celebration in the end zone, but meanwhile we do have an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. Trailing by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard in doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
Play action. Now Purdy. Pass complete to Palmer. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Get set, get set.
Purdy now to throw off the play action.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
They go play action here. Purdy.
Touchdown! Noah Gray, a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Saints have got it back to within a score.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Point after try forthcoming. And the lead is down to 4.
Makes the score Raiders 25, Saints 21.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
They'll get the tight end Bowers involved there. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down.
Las Vegas, first down. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
They will run with White out of the shotgun. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Dragon 60. Let's go now. Chest, Hawk 70. Hawk.
They'll set up a throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
How about this? They'll change it at the line.
Back to throw here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Out of the gun, Purdy. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
A first down carry now for Miller.
And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Now Purdy. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
First down, here's White. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Saints are right back in this football game. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over the middle, he finds Vele. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Purdy. And the catch made by Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Purdy looking to throw. That's taken in by Palmer. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A good pickup there at 22. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Now they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Purdy sets up to throw again. And he'll get this one underneath to Kamara. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Get set, get set. Yellow. Watch out. Yellow.
Shotgun now with Purdy. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with second and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 4-yard line.
Back to throw, Purdy. Touchdown, Saints. Juwan Johnson, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Extra point right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Go! Rocco 80! Go!
Now the first carry here for the running back. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were.
Here we go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Trey Tucker, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the fourth quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the fourth quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Good for a Saints. First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
18!
Purdy from the gun. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now second down and a few inches.
It's second and inches at the Raiders' 43-yard line.
Purdy now to throw. He gets it over the middle to Palmer. And he'll be taken down with a first down as they get about 14 out of that one, and we go to the 2-minute warning.
Get set! Get set! 18! Watch out!
To throw is Purdy. That's caught by Johnson. And taking it to the 15-yard line before it's brought down. Plenty of time. All three timeouts still remain. Here's first and 10 now.
A gain of 14. And the Saints first down.
Purdy to throw. Pushes past him. And the Saints are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Here's Purdy to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Touchdown! Alvin Kamara, a 2-yard touchdown grab.
Touchdown.
And the Saints have retaken the lead.
The kicker on for the extra point.
The extra point splits the uprights. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. Here's first and 10. They'll look to throw. Short throw caught by Bowers. Here comes second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4 at the 41-yard line.
Back to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And his throw is incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big third down. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Too far for a field goal. They've got to go. It's 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time. Will force a turnover on downs.
Get set, get set. Watch out.
They've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a step. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Get set, get set. Watch out.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning